You see over my shoulder? That's right. That's Lot 21 Exchange Street in Templeton, Mass. Baldwinville is the name of the village. But listen, if you come up here to visit and you decide to come off Exchange Street, please beware. This is somebody's private road right here. There's a sign. It tells you don't block it. You know, and technically speaking, crossing over train tracks, yeah, that's called fouling the tracks. All right, a little history. I believe this is the part of the Pan Am line. That right up there. That is a pond. That is a 23-acre pond. And it was known as Depot Pond. And the reason it was known as Depot Pond is that it was the steam engine water. There is absolutely no land that comes with this pond. However, there's an abutter who has a sliver of land, a couple acres worth, who is interested in offers. So give a call to Karissa and we'll put an offer together for you.
Quote, the antidote.
The antidote.
The antidote. And we'll leave it at that.
I got Clay here, the weed man. He's drinking his white pine tea. There's water under that.
That is cool.
Look at that bubble. This is one instance where I will not follow him. Will not follow to make it easier walking for me. So Clay, what would you do with the 23-acre pond? So you know how we were, he's thinking about it. In the meantime, you saw that video we did where we were walking the rail in the snowmobile down off of the Mill Street pieces. Well, this is just north of that. This is that same railroad. The property line is the water, the high water mark. See, I came over with a sign guy and Jake from Lyman Signs, and I said, I need a big sign, and they were cutting the trees. I'm like, you might have to build a frame for it. But we were gonna wait and then we put the property into agreement. There's a bit of a story. I'll show you at the end of this little tour why the property's back on the market. Maybe it's something you're interested in dealing with. So one of the guys on the crew that did the cutting says, oh, can I put a houseboat on it? And I said, I don't know why not. In fact, there's water sewer. There's an easement over there that I'll point out when we walk by it. There's water sewer that comes up that little road.
You could conduit.
Conduit.
Conduit. Floating conduit.
Conduit. 23 acres. I almost want to buy it just to put a house in. Like, I think you'd have to drill pilings. So maybe if it's still available in June, I'll come out with a story pole and see if we can get a depth, find out what the depth of the pond is. Now, on our right here is going to be a little trail that suddenly veers off. I think it's right here. We came last time, there were a ton of deer. Well, that'll scare the wildlife away.
Stop breaking.
He lost his yak tracks. And then there was a moment of fear when we thought we lost the drink. The
high needle tea.
Yes, but we called it something else. The antidote. Which sounds way more, you know, to lose the antidote does sound very... Okay. That might be the trail.
But I think it's a little further.
Okay.
Right.
It does need to bang right.
Yeah,
so
right.
If you come up here.
Looks like a nice burn trail.
Now we're headed east again. So the property I'm walking on stretches around the pond. It sort of comes to the railroad property. The railroad property touches the pond. And then on the southerly side of the pond, it stretches around that side too. Similar depths. And this is the piece, these are the pieces that are negotiable. So, you know, on this side, it'd be kind of tricky to get water sewer out here.
There's another trail trail to the right about 30 feet.
I kind of wonder if that's what the trail was supposed to be on. Yeah.
This is the snowmobile trail.
I think you're right. I wonder if it'll meet it. We'll keep an eye.
I think it's probably they both go in between the
Yeah. I agree with you. Can you see it still? Yeah, there's the foot marks. Snowmobile trail might be easier. I think we're back. So anyhow, you got pine, beech. Is that an ash tree? Might be an ash tree over there. Is this an ash? No. No, that's a
beech. That's oak.
Yeah.
Red oak.
Yeah.
Who owns the property around the outside?
There's a property owner to the north. Several, 60 or 70 acres. I have to look at it again.
So is there right away or access?
Yeah, it kind of, the big piece is to the east, and then it sort of comes around the pond. It doesn't actually touch. That's misleading. It comes around to the railroad. Make sense?
I guess what I'm asking is
There's an easement off of Pond Street.
To the pond.
To the pond. It's a deeded access.
Okay.
And specifically, it's written off of Pond Street. But interestingly, its official tax assessor's label is the Exchange Street, which is where we parked. But again, you can't follow the tracks or the driveway. So you'd have to come off Pond Street. And that comes off Route 68. And that's about a 10, maybe 12-minute ride down to Route 2. In fact, you can hear the rail. We missed the train.
Yeah.
There's the train.
Yeah.
It's not busy and it's no longer a stop. So that's kind of cool. And probably most of the sound is because there's ice on the pond. What'd you find?
Some animals, ice.
Oh.
He was cleaning up.
Getting his acorns. That's cool. The train came by. So 11:30. I did see it. It's a long train. Careful, it's gonna be really marshy down there. So that kind of answers the question too. This is pretty solid here, but it was marshy over there.
Yeah, it's not a real big squishy area.
Come on, don't you want to own your own private pond? Live right in the middle of it? It's funny because there's people I talked to about it and they're like, well, how'd you get water sewer? And I was like, well, how do you get water sewer across a bridge? And a pipe. Yeah, they'll winterize it. And then lots of cherry trees on this piece, huh? I lost count. There were several back there too, and they're good. Look at this one. I mean, hey, check it out. It's a little creepy. You see them? These are marking something. I'm not sure what. Yeah. They got 3. They're granite too. They're actually granite. Any markings on them?
5.
Yep. Huh. Wow, that train is long. It's still going. There's another access. So listen, there's a lot of trails out here. And there's one that goes up this way. There's one that goes this way. You just want to, yeah, put in. You just want to make sure you're following the pond and you'll be all right. Yeah, it could be a put in. Wouldn't want to haul it up that hill after, but you know, So you know how you know it's a cherry tree? It's got these plates. Ooh, look at that one, snapped. You can almost...
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
I do.
Oh, lightning?
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hard to see on the camera, but anyways, so the cherry tree, they have these plates, right? But there's a couple other trees that kind of have plates in this area, and we're in the Northeast. But usually the top is so disorganized, it doesn't really have a canopy. It has this weird off to the left, off to the right, and then some branches. It doesn't do what the maples do and the oaks do.
You can see that it came right down here, and right down into the ground.
Into the ground.
The lightning came right down. And the reason why it comes out like this is the lightning heats up the sap. The sap turns to steam, and the steam explosion explodes the wood out.
Ah.
And that's what cracks it all. The steam.
I've seen once a very large, I don't remember the species, tree.
Yeah.
Where it actually just looked like a bunch of toothpicks sticking out of the trunk.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
here's what another strike is. Right there.
Oh.
And it blew, see the crack running down?
Yeah, let me get
So
the
it
sun
blew the
behind
tree
it.
right up.
Yeah.
So when I used to do tree work, we did one like this where the tree was very full. So this was a fine tree. And it blew it up.
I can see
And
that
it
line.
spiked itself. It dropped right beside the trunk, straight down. And the guy goes, well, go clean up the tree in the backyard. And I went in the backyard and there was this beautiful pine tree. And I was like, had to go back in. It's like, what's wrong with it? You know?
Yeah.
He goes, well, it's supposed to be about 50, 60 feet higher. So it literally, the lightning blew the tree up and the tree fell straight down like this, right beside the trunk, like right beside like this.
Yeah.
And all the branches hid the original trunk. And we got in through the brush and there's the original trunk all busted off like that. The bottom was
That's crazy.
like 8 telephone pole sized pieces blown all over the yard.
Nothing I want happening when I'm standing next to it.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
you can see, look at this, you can see where the stripes go right down the tree?
Yeah, yeah, look at that. Crazy. Somebody's been out on the pond. Look at that.
Oh yeah?
Looks like a snowmobile. Yeah, so if you're into ice fishing or skiing or skating.
Or you could do race car racing on there.
Yeah.
Dirt bike with studs racing on there.
Yeah.
So this is a trail system to get
Yes.
yellow dots.
Yes, but I don't know what it is. And when I looked it up, I couldn't figure out who it was. So I don't know if it was just a neighbor who wanted to develop the lot or develop the trail, and they just said, well, I'll just yellow dot it. Yeah, it's the owner's gonna love seeing this. Yeah, this would explain some of the hate.
Because we don't want it.
Yeah. Buy it. You want to use it, buy it. Oh, I don't want the liability. That's what I get. Well, neither does he. There's another one. Well, actually, that might just be. Woo! Let's just keep moving. Let's just get moving. So we've made it, what, halfway around?
Yep.
Beautiful, huh? And on the plan, you'll notice that it's kind of got this little weird property line that kind of goes up like this on the southeast corner. And I'll show you what that's about. It's actually right over here.
How did the pond ever get separated from the main pond?
I don't know. I mean, you'd have to do a title search to find out, but there's a chance that when the train came through, it was donated. I was confused how it got separated from how it was written that it was used by the steam engines, but was its own lot. So I don't know if they just gave an easement to the water, like a water rights to it.
Yeah. All right.
No, we keep going.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see a trail? What happened? What's gonna happen is The property line is going to follow. It's going to go up into kind of a weird point, and then it comes back. And there are two fairly significant streams that feed this.
Oh.
And the property to the north or to the east here is basically old pasture land.
Huh.
But now it's grown up and has small, well, fairly similar size. Enough that they could probably log it. Just go slow.
So that is what you call a big tree.
Which one?
The one that came down right there.
Yeah. I was
Huge.
just looking at that. We're gonna actually cross the stream. Was all filled in kind of wet. You're gonna cross the stream and then come back down over there.
That could be a honeybee tree.
Ah, I don't know what that means. What's a honeybee tree?
It's a tree with honeybees in it.
Oh,
So you get honey and wax.
so they like to go in.
Big hollow trees.
Oh, I didn't know that. You mean they don't depend on us humans to build a hive? You mean
No.
bees don't actually depend on us?
They've been around for longer than we have.
All right, so we're at another junction. You want to keep headed towards following the pond, and you'll be fine. You good? You in pain? It's very flat on the other side, if that helps. And it actually becomes a little more interesting.
Definitely deer.
Yeah. You see the deer? Heavy deer. Look how much they're sinking. Ah, are we in deer season? I don't think so. Didn't that end in January? Normally I wear something orange. Okay, here's one of the streams. You need to lay down and reset your back, huh? So this is one of the streams. And when you go on to our website, kgpros.com, and you click on the development, that's all the land that's available in the area. And I took some really pretty pictures of the water flow in August of last year. And it was a high water year. We actually had a lot of deals that had to wait for perks in order to answer that question and go to close. But yeah, this is that corner on the plan. So it'd be like the south. When you're looking at the plan, it's gonna be. I got picked on for using north. Oh, we missed the trail. This is, oh, hold on. There was something weird. I think this is the trail we want.
Okay.
Keep headed towards the pond. Otherwise you'll end up in somebody's backyard. Yeah, this is the other stream right here. And then that's the opening. The mouth. It's kind of cool. Look at how the water came down. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is the second stream. I knew it was here. That's awesome. All right. Now, to remember how this works, we want to make sure that we're heading that way. Let me just see where this goes. I think that's heading out. You're taller than me. Do you see a trail?
Not really. Almost the trail down lower. You don't see when it goes.
When I came through, it was actually quite easy to see. But I don't remember crossing over a boarded bridge. I remember there being two streams, and then that was it. So I think I'm going to follow Clay and come down here and just stay near the water, see if there's some sort of a distinction. Yeah, I still have a 1:30 appointment back over at Mill Street to walk 284 and 285, and then I have, yeah, look at me, that was silly. Here you go. And then at 2:30 we're gonna catch up with Sue and walk Lombard Road down in Hubbardston. And that is a beautiful piece of property. And you better hurry because I just got a really good offer on Lot E. That's the 20 acres with the pond. So if you're interested in Lot E, so Clay, it's okay that I'm videoing you, right?
Yeah.
And it's okay, I'm gonna put this on YouTube, right?
I already have 70 videos on YouTube.
What'd you say?
I already have 70 videos on
Do you? So it's okay if I do it then too?
I'm the most
Still hasn't answered me.
video water damage guy in the world, as far as I know, with some of the #1 videos.
Oh,
if you
cool.
Look up that subject. So
it's okay, I use these, right?
oh yeah.
Look at that little guy. Pretty light.
Yeah. That's not a dog.
Nope.
Yeah, like a tail.
Is this it?
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, that does seem kind of... Oh, who knows? Left or right? I think I'm going to go right because I don't want to crawl through that. Ah, look what I found. This is the trail over here. All right, so maybe it is 3 streams you gotta cross. Just be careful, guys, when you're walking it. You know, take care to try and pay attention where you're at. Oh yes, I remember this. So, if you do decide you're gonna make an offer, if you do decide you want to make an offer on the adjoining land or abutting land, there is a foundation, which is kind of exciting because sometimes the towns will work with you on the footprint, but I don't know if you're looking for a year-round residence or just a cabin. And the driveway, I think it went off, I think it goes off that way, was how it got in. I'd have to see it
And it's a
in
pre-existing
the summer again.
structure, so it's holding a legal spot.
It is. Okay, sorry.
It has more than 2 walls.
It does. It's actually in a pretty good shape. I don't know what the age of it is, but
Needs a little touch.
you know what I would do? I would put in a 3-story structure
Yeah.
and I would cantilever.
Oh yeah.
And then I get a view of my pond.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. You can. Yeah.
So just cantilever it, guys.
I know a guy that did
just
that.
Cantilever it.
I know a guy that did the cantilevering, and I know another guy that went 3 stories up.
Yeah, and it worked out?
Yeah, yeah. He had both of them had very nice houses because they was very small footprint, and so the guy basically, you know, cantilevered out, you know, 4 to 6 feet all the way around, and almost doubled the footprint of the house. One guy did that, and then another guy literally, they gave him a very small footprint, and he just went up, and he had a beautiful home, 3 stories high. 150, 200 feet back from the pond.
Yeah, technically 100. And then if it's a pond or water that's feeding like a reservoir or a drinking water or something, they want you to be further. And then some of them are registered, and it's worth calling an engineer.
Yeah.
You can go online. You can follow the streams, see if they go to watersheds.
Yeah.
But really, you want to check with a professional before you start making decisions and doling money out.
Houseboat would be nice.
I think it's great. I actually had to call, another guy
People
called
would be
for that.
So jealous.
All right, especially in the summer.
And then, like, can you make your own rules for like what size motor goes in it? You know, can you have a ski boat?
Yeah, you get to, it's your rules.
Yeah.
No wake zones.
Yeah.
Charge a fee to snowmobilers who are coming and using it.
You could put a snowmobile restaurant out on the ice.
It's, you know, the trail for the snowmobile is across, but the truth of the matter is, if you were to have parking where we park the trucks.
Yeah, you can put it in.
I mean, it's shady because the train could be like, listen, you're going to need to put a people bridge in. But yeah, it could be a destination on that snowmobile trail.
In Concord.
All right. Okay, so we're coming up to the easement on our left here. That's the railroad. Oh, did I miss it? Dang it. No, it should be like right here. Yeah. So you can kind of see up and around the bend. There's an area to park, and then you just walk down through here because they haven't kept it open. But it's 12 o'clock. It's lunchtime. We should go eat at the Baldwinville station again. We're back. But that's your right of way. Right there. And it lands you right here. And from here, I don't know if you can see it, there's a structure dead in front of us. And there's a telephone pole support that sort of lands on the right-hand side of it. There's a pine tree kind of on the right-hand side of it. There's a pine tree kind of behind it. And that is the pump house for the Mill Street. So I've been told. And then there's a spillway. So right now, if you look it up right here, I probably can move back up a little bit further here. This is considered an earthen dam, or a dam that we're walking on. Oh, yeah. And there is a certificate of non-compliance filed against the property. And all the people that can benefit from that certificate would like it taken care of before we pass the property on, or identify who will take care of it once the property is passed on. So just get a little video of what it is that's under review. You have three options on this, on the compliance letter, non-compliance letter. You can remove it. And let me back up before I give you the options. There is a culvert that's underground right here. Okay, you can hear Route 68. That's the bridge right there, Route 68. The culvert goes under through the road. It goes between two houses at the junction of Mill Street. It is 6 feet in diameter, and it feeds out to the Otter River. So you can almost hear it. Now your option here is to remove the dam, repair the dam, or rebuild a new dam. Not rebuild the dam, it's rebuild a new dam. Yeah, somebody's coming down and keeping it cleaned out. That's nice.
Beaver. To dissuade the beavers.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And right over there is the old pump. And here's your outlet. What's that?
Staghorn sumac.
Oh, it is sumac. Those were beautiful last summer.
So it's called staghorn because these are all fuzzy, like the antlers on a deer. Mm-hmm. All right. So staghorn is sumac, and it's not poisonous. And in season, when these are growing, on all the little hairs on these are berries, and all the little hairs on the berries have vitamin C on them.
Oh.
So if it rains, it washes the vitamin C off. So they don't taste good after it rains. So you wait until it's just starting to rain and you go grab a bunch before it rains. And you put them in warm water, not hot water, and you just put them in, like fill a jar, and let them sit for like kind of, 20 minutes or hours or better. And it makes a very pink lemonade.
Oh.
It's both red and
What's it taste like?
lemonade.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Free lemonade. All you
Wow.
want.
No sugar.
Yeah. And it's very medicinal and helpful and all that kind of stuff, and it's free. But you just got to get it in between
Storms.
storms.
How long after a storm will it repopulate?
I don't know exactly, but you might want to be 2 or 3 days, anyways, but the longer the better, And then I've gone out, and it's like just starting to sprinkle, and I'm driving down the road, and I jump out of this car and I'm hacking it off to the side of the road and throwing it in. And,
I totally believe that.
and my son, of course, pulled his nose up the first time I did it, and then he tasted it, and he's like, wow, that's good.
So now he's on the side of the road, hacking it up.
Oh, yeah. He makes it now. Yeah. I've infected,